So we begin with you all having journeyed out of the mists and finding yourselves in this horrible, familiar location, what you recognize as the site of the nightmare that you all shared, fighting Tiamat together at a greater level of abilities than you've ever been before. I would like everyone to do a survival check right now.
Chicken die. That's 13.
14.
16 from Finn.
That's a 14.
8.
Okay. For anyone who got above 15, you are able to get out of the mists and find a clear landing of land, a clear patch of land that seems safe.
I just got a 10.
Alrighty. So I guess that's only you, Finn.
So close. So close. No cigar.
What would you like to do?
I do a quick glance around. Do I see any of the others?
Oh yeah, you're all together.
I'm the only person that's on solid ground. Do I see
The ground below
where
you
they all
is
landed?
very it is solid. It seems like a very mix of it was formed by volcanic ash that petrified over time.
I do a quick glance survey to see if others seem like they're sinking or if they're...
No, it seems like everybody's on solid footing. The thing that you notice is that this, the land around you is actually more, it has a bit more vibrant life to it than what you all remember in the dream. Seemingly, this is before any type of destructive chaos that you all saw in the vision.
I'm certainly going to pull out Greatsword by my side, kind of stand at the ready and glance around, try to see if I could spot anything or anybody having just poofed into nothing.
Check. Yeah, let's go perception.
Sweetly. 18.
What was that? 18?
18, yes.
Okay. You don't notice much, but it is pitch black night. The stars are is what is illuminating everything right now, along with the moonlight from the two orbiting moons. So there's this glow of moonlight that is illuminating the land around you. You can hear crickets and random wildlife that's around. Nothing that seems dangerous.
I'm immediately, for my own calmness, going to do a divine sense just to pop to see, so I can sense if there's any undead, fiend, celestial, 30 feet.
Okay.
Kind of coast out the area, see if I sense anything.
It's a chill kind of shakes over you because it's just empty of that kind of presence. Like a void.
The fuck are we?
So the rest of us, what do we see? Like those of us who did not roll super well on that survival, what do we see?
Yeah, having come out of the mists, and once eventually they clear and you're able to see the land, and you get your wits about you, you pretty much are now seeing everything that Finn was able to observe first. it's eerie quiet. The only thing
So-
that is the brightest point would be a volcano very far in the distance.
Would I recognize where we are since I've been to Vulcania just once?
Give me a history check.
History. Where is that number? Oh, it's +0, of course. Okay, chicken die. There we go. 17.
With 17, you are aware that you're in Vulcania, and after thinking some time from looking at the most northern point of that volcano, you feel like you are certainly south of, you're southeast of the capital city. It's hard to judge how many miles away you are from Vanguard.
Fuck are you laughing at?
Why are you laughing?
It's not funny.
I look at Finn and I just go, just had to poke the bear, didn't we?
You
Just
poked the
had-
bear. The fuck are you talking about?
Just had to make sure you got the last word in, didn't you? I saw you.
Last word, my ass. I was trying to get some actual answers out of you.
Listen, there are two things that I learned about sociopaths in my career. Number one, they think very highly of themselves. And number two, they're not going to change their minds or divulge information. So when one of those people gives you a chance to leave, you fucking leave.
Look, that guy's many things. I don't think sociopath is one of them, believe it or not.
Did you saw the same things I saw when we were down in that dungeon, right? People
I did.
turned into aberrant monsters. He let that happen. He let that happen. You heard what he said. He let them go down there. He let them unlock that thing, and he let them be turned into those monsters.
I'm pretty sure at this point we should be talking to Andy about this.
No. We can.
You
But
have
first,
a lot of information.
perhaps the first thing we should do is get ourselves to a place before we start pointing fingers.
Well, I don't know
How
if
about
we're
that?
I don't know if we are gonna find a safe place here, because you know where we are? We're in the ass end of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're in fucking Vulcania. Look around
Oh.
you.
There's
The
air to
second-
breathe. There's no.
It's
Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Plus, he said, in Finn's defense, he did say we could take our chances through the mist or follow him. So I don't think there was another option that you seem to think that there was.
You don't know that. you
He gave
don't
us
know
two
that.
choices. We took one of them, so I'm pretty sure that was
Yeah,
his
but
two
you-
options.
But when you were given the opportunity to immediately leave before the mist completely enveloped us, and you all did not take that
Those mists were,
immediately,
those mists were coming
They were
whether we want
coming
them or
at-
not.
you
Anyway.
don't know that.
Hey! All of you. For real? We're all out here, and all we have is each other now. So if you don't mind, you shut your mouths. Maybe we could all get out of here alive. I would prefer not to fight Tiamat until Squibbles could be full size, you know?
Luna takes out some rations and feeds Squibbles.
Thank you. Jesus. Plus this ash is getting in between my fur. I hate it.
And then as soon as she says that, I kind of whip around to make sure Arlin is still with us and she hasn't wandered off.
You will have noticed that the second that you had said Vulcania, she will have oriented herself to look at the east. Towards
Luna steps right beside her.
Bonjour.
What's there?
Nowhere.
No, there.
You.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
Honestly, she whips you with her tail.
Listen, just breaking the tension back there. That was intense. The tension.
I do not think that it is. I do not think he is finished.
Have you been here before? Have any of us been here before?
Well, I mean, we will be here. I
think he means not
in our past, in real life. Yeah.
No.
I have
No.
once.
No.
On this ground, right here. Do you know how to get out of here?
No.
Great. All right.
I hate to break it to you, but Vulcania is nothing but a desolate plain of volcanic ash and magma pools. There's only one city on this continent, and I've only been there to get in, get out. Because they're not really too friendly to anybody from the southern continents, and from what I understand, they like eating my people slowly roasted over a fire.
I'm going to actually, I would like to say, so, I don't pay attention to everything in school, but I do know there's more than just one group of people here, and there are actually people here. Like, that right. is, perhaps that was your experience, but that is not actually true.
Yeah, Oaxaca, you've been here once. It's not... One time, I mean... Now, I've been to the Westlands. I've met your people once, but that was once. I don't know anything about your people.
What?
We should find somewhere to stay. Or get a beer, at least.
I also don't believe there's only one city here. There's got to be, like, small towns or nomadic people, you know, the chill hippies.
Aren't you a ranger?
No, I mean, there's a lot of villages, actually. Like, there's a lot of places.
I move away from the group, I spread my wings, and I immediately take off into the air.
See? Teamwork.
Okay, Luna is going to cast Draconic Wing and just fly up right next to him.
Mary is
just go.
Make sure they don't fly. Actually, no, he can't fly.
What the fuck are you doing up here?
I'm helping.
Oh, for
people didn't know we were.
sake.
Didn't know we were here before. I'm guessing that they will now.
Can the two of you give me perception checks?
Chicken die. Hey-oh! That's a 16 plus 3. No, 16 plus 5.
It's a 19 plus 3 for a 22.
All right. You get a good scope of the land, and what you do see is a small village not too far from here.
In what direction?
To the west. It's about a few miles. You could go there on foot, and you do see that there are, a few buildings, candle lights in the windows, or at least Everbright lanterns lighting. It's very it's a hamlet essentially.
Where are y'all?
Do you see anything up there?
I'm like circling around and just like eyeing up Luna, who is also flying next to me, and I'm like,
Luna's just like, this is great. I mean, we should go back down. Tell them.
Yeah, let's go back down and tell them. Just why don't you gotta tell people before you can do shit like that, all right? Because
I never mind. Let's go down.
I go down and I land.
All right.
I run
Looks
up to
like-
Luna and give them like Luna. I'm like, when were you able to fly? Is that something?
It's-
When did you learn that?
It was so weird. So last the fight we had, right? I felt like I was not there, but I was there, and then after I was gone, but I was here, and then I had wings, dragon wings.
Wait. You can get dragon wings? Wait, how can I get dragon wings? How'd you do it? How did you do it?
My uncle.
Well, not a little notebook, actually, and she'll start
but
like.
when- I'm sorry.
I keep going. I'm going to write down.
I think we can take notes at a later time when we're not in dire danger or
Hey,
a place we don't
brother.
know.
Hey,
Dire
anything
danger.
about dragons? I will wait, and I need to know
Right.
everything.
Small
Right, I
town
think
to the west.
You should start feeding squibbles more. That's all I'll say.
Okay, feed squibbles. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Small hamlet to the west, not far from here. We can probably walk.
See,
Yeah, sorry,
See,
Arlin,
there
but-
are towns here. Feathers. Don't
So we
go.
think that randomly walking into a town is going to be the best option right now after we just had a little bit of fun in a fleshy fun dungeon.
Well,
Uh,
Finn,
Probably.
You see a
we
shower.
out here in the open, or are we going to try the hamlet? Either way, what's
I
the
ca-
worst going to happen? They're going to throw us out of the hamlet, and we're back in the open again.
I do know we're a few miles southeast of the capital, though. That's the city where I've been.
I thought they
You
eat
said they. Yeah, what? Let's go to the hamlet. That's why we flew up and had a game.
I know. I'm just telling you what I know. All right. I do know
all right.
we're a few miles south of the capital, but this one's a little closer.
All right. Well, let's go to the little closer one, and then
You're actually
we'll try the capital. Maybe gather some information.
You're actually much further south from the capital, but you just know that you're in that direction. It would be like
Okay.
3 times the distance, but the hamlet is certainly
Okay.
Can is there like any like covering like mountain area, like a quote unquote cave somewhere, I guess, that we can like shelter in for a second?
You saw mountains very far north when you were flying,
Okay.
but for the most part, you're kind of surrounded by these just patches of land and trees with very sparse vegetation.
And all I'm saying is it's not like there's tons of cover around here for anyone to sneak up on us, even. If anyone's actually keeping watch while some of us sleep, then there's a distinct likelihood we'll be able to see them coming from a mile away. There's nothing
Yes,
here to
but-
hide them.
What?
Like,
what
we're
would
just
we
on a
gain?
point.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, a
it's
couple trees here
very,
and there.
Very flat, like plateau.
I mean, people will see us sitting here, but people will see us walking to whatever hamlet this is. We might as well get some rest, and those of us that are tired from this battle and from the dungeon can actually finally take some time to decompress.
Who would see us? I'd rather
Exactly.
go and see if there was a tavern with food
With a
and-
bed.
or a bed.
Yeah, I'd rather not starve. I am
rather
hungry
not
from that battle.
stay. Yeah, I'm not looking to stay out here. If we don't have to, we can just walk there. Who would be looking for us? We're in the middle of nowhere. No
In
one knows us.
Vulcania.
I mean,
It's
Let's
not
just
like...
walk there.
I'm not the one who voiced being concerns about people eating me. I'm just trying to look out for everybody.
Well, I think that comes
Well-
from a very different perspective of maybe not having a limited perspective. But I don't know that random people here would just randomly eat others.
So-
Perhaps we should just go there. Like Marion said, the worst comes to worst, they don't want strangers in the town, and we leave, and then we're in the same position we're in. Like,
And
that's the
Luna
best
pulls
option.
out Luna pulls out the jaw from their satchel and goes, "And we've killed before. We can do it again."
Right.
Put
I was
that
about to
back.
say,
Put it
we
back.
can-
Put that back.
We can bust a cap in people's asses if we absolutely have to.
How about-
come on.
Seriously.
How about we don't antagonize the people in the land that is
I'm
already
just
antagonized to
saying-
the empire that we are from?
I'm just saying, if someone was coming after us, it's not like we're like 10-year-old maidens. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I was once. It wasn't fun.
I just start walking to the town.
I-
Just in the direction that I was pointed.
I was going to say,
I
while,
walk with Andy.
while the chatting was going on, I was going to be
Yeah, Luna follows.
attempting to cast something slowly off to the side and casting Find Steed.
Oh, nice.
They're pure white horses. If anyone happens to be a little more tired than not, feel free to hop up and grab a ride.
I turn to Arlin and I go, "You gonna come with us, or are you just gonna keep standing off in a certain direction?"
She's not
Please,
going
okay,
anywhere.
I'm coming. I will go last.
I kind of bring up the rear with her.
All right.
And as we're
Just
walking,
grumbling.
as we're walking, if anyone looks, they'll see that she's swishing her tail back and forth to disrupt any prints we leave behind.
Luna sees that she's looks back and she good idea, Arlen. We should have thought of that.
Merci. It's this
Mary,
sort of floor leaves a lot of marks. Is the ground
You
hot,
wanna
by the
know
way?
Mary's
No.
hopping on. Mary's definitely hopping on.
No, the ground is surprisingly it's very soft and very it's almost like sand.
Okay.
But still with the ground underneath that you're able to walk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more just barefoot blisters type of deal
she's-
going on or not.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
as you head in, it takes about an hour or so at the pace you're going, and eventually you see a sign. Sorry, one moment. You do see a sign that has a town name on it, which goes. It says, "Who speaks or who has Orc as a language?"
Dang it! I almost.
Okay, well,
No dice.
it is a. It seems like a town sign of a name on it. That is leading into the hamlet, and there are a few buildings, and you do see that there are some dimly lit buildings, a few carriages, just going down these now cobblestone roads that seem to be filling up, and it's actually surprisingly, comparable to one of the outside towns, like Prostock or Zidania, like just a smaller scale. And you do see one sign that is in common, and it is an inn called the Tubby Duck.
Two quick notes. One, do we have any clue of what time it is based off of when we were actually battling down the flesh dungeon?
It is more.
I believe it was
is
evening when we
absolutely,
went down.
At the very earliest, at 1 a.m.
And secondly, I want to be taking a look and kind of casing the joint as we're walking through the streets as we go through.
Sure.
Me
and
too.
if anybody else wants to do that, you can roll perception for me.
So off to the east, then
Natural 20.
Ooh.
was there
Chicken
a glow?
die.
23.
Chicken die, chicken die, chicken die, chicken die.
Fuck,
Hold
fuck.
on. Let me
Nat
hear,
20.
Let me hear.
Jesus.
Wow.
Only
Okay,
20s.
what was your question, Jess?
Sorry, so off to the east then, if we're barring around 1 a.m. or maybe we were, because you said it took about an hour to walk this way. So then was there a glow off to the east?
You look out, and you know what you're looking for, and you can faintly see it, but it is the familiar sight.
Okay, cool. That's all. I'm good.
Okay. So as you head in, and you Finn and Oaxaca, you were able to kind of guess that it is like 1 a.m. because the only people that would be up at this time are at the inn or are traveling through traders with their all their stuff on their carriages. There is a few like young male half orcs that are taking care of the Everbright lanterns going up and down the street, but nobody seems to be paying any mind to you. They just see another group of people passing through the town.
See.
What was the place called again?
The name of the inn is the Tubby Duck.
So
it
it
even has a
seems,
funny-
Oaxaca, Tubby Duck. Is the duck gonna eat us?
Just a very low.
It's okay. Don't get on this case too badly. Clearly, it's late at night. Everyone's had dinner already.
I'm gonna put a bullet in all your kneecaps. I just look behind us at the half orcs. Do I notice any familiar tattoos on their shoulders?
Everyone's
Marion doesn't have kneecaps.
everyone's clothed pretty warmly. There's a brisk breeze that's coming through around this time at night. Nothing that you could immediately notice. And most of the people that are out, again, just young men.
Go up to the tavern door and open it.
You go in, and it is surprisingly raucous. There are lots of types of you see tieflings, orcs, half ogres, and just a very sparse amount of humans, a few elves, but it is pretty packed. And there is a piano player who is entertaining everyone. The bar is pretty active at the moment. No one just really is like paying attention much to other than the people coming in or out. A few eyes just checking out the new folk coming through, but for the most part, they're all involved in whatever they're doing.
Right. I put my head back out the door and I'm like, everybody, like, it's a party in here. You have to come. There's so many cool people. Actually, come inside.
Oh my god,
Party.
Marion just pops off the horse and jumps right in. Kind of gives Finn like a back slap of the head to come on in.
Tie off my horse if there's a place for it.
I'm gonna take care of my horse.
I don't immediately go in. I just stare up at the sign with squinted eyes. And I
Luna ducks back out and like grabs and goes, "Come on, it's a party!"
Let go of me.
Pulls Oaxaca in, and the door closes behind Oaxaca.
Wait. Marion puts a paw out, looks for Arlin.
I thought she was in. She's not in. Oh shit.
She, having watched Finn tie up the horse, she kind of goes back to looks back at the horse, looks back at the inn, and having heard that it's a party in there, just sort of So, Marion, you're poking your head out. It's...
Yeah,
Will,
she's poking
will
her head
I
out.
stand out?
Look for you. Mm.
Will I stand out?
Will I?
Luna comes back out.
Fun point. Yeah, good point.
They're like, high ceilings, high ceilings. And then they go right back in.
I'm not taking my eyes off you. Get in here. I'll fight
Oui,
you.
d'accord. Je viens. I'm coming. And she comes in. Merci. And she just kind of like ties her tail around her waist a little bit more, just seeing how crowded it is, because tails being stepped on, not fun.
Yeah, and the Goliath bartender is serving out huge mugs of ale, just left and right. And you can see.
Can Luna
What can I do? How can I help? What do you need? Come on.
Your biggest cup of ale.
All right. Boom. Takes it and just he has poured it from several, and it is a big old pint.
Thank you. Thank you. She hops down with
just
it.
softly as she passes, Luna goes, "They come in pints," and then shoots over to the bar and gets two. Comes back from the bar with two.
I immediately see all the alcohol consumption about to happen. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Oh no, Mom's upset.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? Is she gonna ground us?
He goes, hey, you pay. 2 copper.
Right,
Come on,
right,
2 copper.
No, I've got it. No, I've got it. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Boris.
Boris.
Welcome
Wonderful.
to my tavern.
I love it. It's amazing. I love the
Yes,
atmosphere.
what do you
It's
want?
beautiful. Do you have anything blue?
We have ale.
Alright, I'll take an ale.
Northwood ale.
Perfect.
Grabs another one that's already been made. Yeah, 1 copper.
Yes, here. And for my friends. Arlin, Oaxaca, Finn, ale?
Sure, why not?
They're having
Three
yes.
more. 3 more.
Awaka wants 2.
In
I
one
don't
hand,
want
grabs
to.
3
No, he
mugs
doesn't.
and is able to just put them down in front of you. 3
Love
copper
it.
now.
Okay, I actually give him a gold. And whatever else for the rest of the night.
I don't have change.
Okay.
You want
Luna
covered
Luna
that?
I
Hands on
don't.
the bar.
No, I don't.
This one,
No.
you
Don't
did what?
flash.
Okay, fine.
Just take it. And I start walking, and I prestidigitate my my ale to be blue.
He looks at it.
Luna's
Yeah,
just
good
leaning
trick,
on the
good trick.
bar and
Very
just
good.
The sorest of thumbs we stick out.
Thank you.
When you take out that gold piece, you hear a shuffling of a body come up next to you. Kat, would you mind letting us know who they see?
Sure. So this is a fairly average-sized human with long, dark hair. Kind of, her clothes are not like adventuring per se, but they're not particularly flashy. And she's just overall just kind of friendly looking.
That's scary.
And the
That's the idea.
bartender. It's, you didn't. Hey, he looks at you and says, you have not paid from last time. I am still owed many copper for all the drinks that you say you're going to pay for.
pay
They
this.
tell me every time that they're going to pay for me. If they don't pay for me, that is their fault.
No, it's not the responsibility of me to have the people pay for you. You give me money in exchange. That is how this system works. I don't want bearing on my ass for all the taxes that I am owed if I have to don't collect tabs.
Texas. Alright. Behind your ear.
What? What?
I'm gonna reach over the bar behind his ear and pull a silver coin out of it. There, you see?
What?
Is open.
Fine. Don't make coin disappear. And he looks it back in his pocket. It's still there. So he's just like, I not look. Fool me once.
Will not disappear.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Just don't make no more trouble, Rhia. Just fine. What? And he goes over to another group of tieflings that are like, hey man, come over here. We want more drinks. Yeah, fine. And he scuttles over there.
That was very cool.
Thank you.
What? That was amazing. Can you give me money in my ear? Listen, Mom, we're gonna have some fun. We just almost died. I mean,
Mom.
On
the second that he says we almost died, Arlin will put her hand over his mouth.
Thank you. I look up at Arlen and say, thank you.
There are a lot of people here.
Drink slower, right?
You almost died?
Quoi?
Yeah, sort of.
What?
Maybe could have not. No.
Well, it's a game.
No,
it's a game. We
zombies.
play.
Lots of zombies.
Alright.
What they mean to say is that we really like to do plays. I am Andi Barnatus, almost graduate of Kavan Academy. Yes, Sylvan Empire.
I'm gonna ask
and
direct check
I
now.
like to find I find myself a bit of a director of pantomimes and the like, and they're referring to our most recent extravaganza.
You better
of
give me a deception
zombies.
check right
The
now.
treasure.
Beat the fruit.
Give me deception.
I look
Sure.
I look her straight in the face as I mentally tick off the checklist of what not to do when entering a pub that you don't know.
12 plus 10, 22.
Okay. Rhia, could you roll insight, please?
Hey, I can do that, yes. 20.
Nat 20 or dirty?
Dirty.
Okay. You've heard all sorts of stories, but, she seems on the up and up. Although the shakiness in her voice felt a little off.
I'll have their secrets. I'm gonna extend my hand to Andi. Rise and Giriam, but you can call me Rhia.
Very nice to meet you, Rhia.
Well,
Andi.
and who are your friends?
And the grumpy one is Oaxaca. Another grumpy one is Finn. The cooler, slightly less grumpy one. The tall one who looks very cool is Arlin. The really cool one is Luna, and the most cool one of all of us is Maring.
You see just a herring gone, just go.
Do I spot any sort of a reaction when either I'm pointed to or even from anyone else in the room, seeing as how, I'm not averred at all?
Let me know, how did you kind of go in almost like you wanted to make sure that you weren't as noticeable? Like, did you do a hood up thing or anything? Or
No,
did you just go in as
I just kind of entered in.
Yeah, it seems, thankfully, in your favor that people are too drunk to care. So you have this motley crew in front of you, Rhia. The one thing that definitely pops out to you is you have never seen anyone like Arlin or Maring. For all intents and purposes, you're talking to a giant rabbit, and Arlin is a
4'11".
very unique version of giant folk that you just can't put a finger on.
Guess that is a giant rabbit, technically. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Mary just kind of stares at you, squinty-eyed.
I'm gonna stare back at her.
You know, we got people like you in Terratalia.
What kind
Tricksters.
of
Tricksters. In the good way. Like, with the cards and the for entertainment. I don't know if you do it for entertainment. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I'm just trying to make small talk.
She has a little dragon.
Luna.
I'm not sure I've removed my hand yet.
I go to put my hand over Arlen's hand on his mouth.
Yup.
So all you hear is
Mary, when you say Terratalia out loud, there is a half orc sitting next to you who turns his head and is like, Wait, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but did you say you're from Terratalia? Terratalia? Sorry, my comment is broken.
Yeah. What's up?
They do all the fighting there, you know?
Yeah.
It's I feel like I've seen your face on the poster, the banners that they fly.
Yes, I get it a lot. I know. I'm marrying Cotton Scale. Probably you'd hear that.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
I go home, Oscar, you're drunk.
And he starts speaking in orc. The
language is all consonants.
he just turns around. Hey, and he starts like talking about marrying. Like, I thought she's someone that fighter else, but you know.
I'm undefeated.
How about we take this over to a booth area where we're not out in the open, please? As I say, as my hand is over Arlen's hand that's on Luna's mouth.
I take the
Everyone's taller than me. I'm never in the open.
Rhia, you know that.
I take the ale that I had gotten for Oaxaca that he's clearly not drinking, and I grab it and I give it to Mering.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You look like you need this.
I do a scan of the tavern and just see if there's an open space. Like, just look above all the heads and just see if there's anywhere that I can start guiding.
Yeah, I mean, Rhia, you catch Mering, you catch Arlin trying to scope it out. You know that the second floor is never used. That looks over the tavern, and that's the balcony outside.
I'm gonna lean up, I guess, to Oaxaca, since the height differential is obvious. So if it's privacy I want, then there's a set of stairs over there. No one ever goes up. Might as well put it to use.
I kind of cock one eye at her, and I'm like, come on, and I start dragging Luna with Arlin up the stairs.
Yeah, no, we totally do not remove our hands until we see that occupied space.
As
I told you,
bring up the rear as
for
far
my
as
own,
people
for my
coming.
own fun's sake,
Keep...
let's as you're trying to get through this crowded bar, let's just do dexterity rolls just for fun.
Oh,
Yay!
Let's see what
I'm
happens.
so sorry.
Chicken dime.
Oh no, I'm out of my drink. Hold on.
Oh, that is
sorry.
17 plus 4.
Okay.
My God, chicken die. I don't even.
That is 21 for a dex check.
Anyone else?
That is a
13.
8.
13.
Dirty 8.
Oh Lord. Okay.
He is being dragged.
This is like
17?
a group check. So.
It's
Checks
a
out.
check, right?
Yeah, we're taking the average on this, so.
Well,
Well, that's a 7.
Okay.
Jesus.
It's if any of
And
you
I'm
have
Dexy.
ever been in a crowded bar, you know that sometimes even the shortest route can take forever to get to. And eventually once you get to the stairs, it's just kind of like that. Like it just no one is pushing into you anymore, and you're able to find an empty table upstairs, bring in some seats and chairs together. Chairs and seats are the same
I
thing.
immediately-
So you were able to bring like 2 tables together and put the chairs together too.
I'm going to be the last one up the stairs just to keep an eye out and take a look to see if we were being followed at all.
Cool.
As I start to make my way up the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, just from looking around, you see that everybody is just so much more like they're into each other and just totally giving into like the wonderful strong ale.
it takes Andy a little longer to get up there, so it would take Finn would have to wait a little bit because she's like just like kind of taking detours here and there to like dance with like different groups that are dancing, and you know,
there's a
especially like
few,
different
like,
groups of
tieflings that,
tieflings
like-
because she's like in her element right now because like this
Yeah.
is the most tiefling she's ever seen in one place.
There's like a
So,
few
she's,
tieflings that
like,
kind of
just,
bump
like-
into you, like, "Hey, you can come on!"
Yeah, she's just like
Oh, they're
dancing
all
with
wearing
other people.
tracksuits.
Would certainly be keeping an eye out
Large
then.
chains around their necks. All the shirts are like down to the navel, practically.
Yes.
Would certainly be sticking behind then for sure to keep an eye out.
You come here, we have fun. Machine.
Luna sees that she's dancing with all these people and is just like getting angrier and angrier that they're being pulled like this because they want to dance too.
I see Luna see me, and I wave and blow a kiss at them.
So after a little bit of
Nope.
a little bit of fun moment, and you're able to eventually all come together where there's room to breathe and there's space.
I immediately check my money pocket, like because we were bumped into a couple
Yeah.
of times and I couldn't reach down and grab it.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all there.
Fine. As I bring Luna over to the table with Arlin, I look at Luna and I go, "How about when we enter a place we don't know, surrounded by people we don't know, you don't relate to them every single detail about us, please. Nod if you understand." Okay. I take my hand off and I look at Arlen.
If I must, I will silence you. And I
Noted.
remove my hand.
All right. In my defense,
Nope.
that just
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Here's your drink. Drink.
Here's the thing.
an-
If you
another.
oh, please. Why would you give him more
Thank you,
Because then
Arlin.
he will sleep.
You're a charm.
Oh, yes.
And I pull out my water
Skin.
skin and cheers him.
Yeah,
Cheers.
you know what? The ale here is not too bad. You know, for Vulcania. You know what I mean? I don't know even what that means. I've never been here. So
Yeah.
what did I expect? The ale to be
Gre-
burned?
It's very
Oh, great. And she's already 7 sheets to the wind. That's exactly what we need.
well, we're
Excuse
gonna
me.
talk about our
Feathers,
feelings.
I have drank many half orcs under the table. You want to try? You want to go, bro?
Rhia, give me an insight check to this group.
It's a 4.
You're about to
No better. That's not as insightful as
You
we all are
are
towards each other.
starting to really regret maybe talking to this potential group.
Oh, they're with us. They came up with us.
Hi, friend.
Hello.
Oh.
Tell if you all are friends or not.
Sorry.
Very strange
Hi.
dynamic.
Jury's still
Maybe.
out.
He's always like that. I'm not even sure if he is gonna eat me one night or something.
Oh,
If we want to
So this is the
privacy,
cannibalistic
you're
group.
welcome.
No. No, for fuck.
Now,
It depends on how hungry we get.
Oaxaca,
And that was good. But this book.
Oaxaca, I have a slight question. Do you mind,
Slight.
real quick?
It depends.
If
Is it
we
gonna
wanted, if we wanted a private room, why did the person we just met at the bar come up with us? Just curious. You were taking care of the tail end. No pun intended there.
I kind of look over at Rhia, and I kind of look her up and down because I recognize trickster stuff from other mercs I've run with. Like, do I feel like I got an up and up on her, or like just looking her up and down, like giving a vibe check? I guess is the
You
roll
know
a vibe
when someone is as approachable as this kind of situation, especially having been in taverns. They're most likely looking for people to do something for them.
Oaxaca, it is so rude to stare.
I get it a lot.
I'm sorry. He's a brute.
I mean, I did introduce him as grumpy. That wasn't an exaggeration.
All right, but just like we were gonna have a heart to heart, and now there's a new person. This just feels weird.
Luna.
It is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. It is, but it's all right. I mean, we can have a heart to heart later.
so.
Okay,
Sorry,
all
Rhia.
right.
Sorry.
No,
I
it's just-
apologize.
So, like, do you want new friends, or do you like want us to do something for you?
Or do you just want to show us card tricks and magician tricks? Like that, you don't have to have
Wait,
ulterior
it's a
motives.
show.
The-
It's a show.
It's
I'm not gonna just assume that they're gonna like put on a show for us. I was just trying to make conversation again.
Rhia, do you have your deck on hand?
I do. do.
Is it out with you? Are you kind of doing? Is it noticeable?
Probably.
Okay, so she's probably like shuffling as you're
Just, yeah.
Arlin, you would immediately
Is this what you
recognize
paid for?
a Taroka deck when you see one.
Hmm.
what's that?
All right. Mm.
Are we playing
They're fun.
cards?
Are they the playing ones or the
Okay.
seeing the future one?
That's what I was saying.
Entirely depends on what you want to do with it.
That's not a straight answer. Ah, I love tricksters.
Chaos is so great, is it not?
It's great. I love chaos. I am a creature of chaos all the time.
Speaking of creatures of chaos, and Luna will take out another piece of ration and go, Squibbles! Squibbles!
Ah,
And Luna like throws it.
You-
Yes!
you see the salamander thing, like I described, black salamander, white speckles on his face with orange eyes, just kind of leap from some bag that Mering was holding, crawl across their shoulder, leap over their ears, and just take the ration, and then just like sit there and chomp.
He's my new best friend.
Hey, he's got one best friend, but you're a good close second.
I'm an okay friend.
As
So why are we here?
as Rhia is fanning
Oh
them
my
out,
God.
as Rhia is fanning out the cards, Arlin pulls one,
Okay.
and she'll go for the one under your thumb directly right now.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna lay it face down on the table.
Okay.
Alright. You've drawn it. What do you want to show you?
Hopefully something I almost want familiar, and yet unfamiliar to myself. Is I want to see me.
To see you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rhia takes a minute and just kind of looks at Arlin, kind of like Oaxaca was doing to me earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Looks her up,
She's used to
and
it.
down, definitely, but not in like a.
It's a studious fashion than a rude fashion, I'd imagine.
I feel like almost like a mom looks at a kid coming in after playing in the woods all day. Like, okay, are you hurt? You know, make sure the kid isn't bleeding anywhere. It's you kind of get that vibe from it.
Okay.
She's just kind of looking at you.
Okay.
And then turns over the card.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at it. Looks back at you. Holds it up next to your face and kind of. Force goes, okay. 3 of coins. Interesting.
Do you have the translation? Because I wasn't sure.
Do I?
And no.
What was the name of the card again?
3
of coins.
3 of coins. Okay. Luckily, I can edit.
Are we
this
going
part
by
out.
tarot deck, or are we
I
going
swear,
by
if this is a deck of many things, I'm going to shit my pants.
No,
Yeah, not a deck of many
it's
things.
a tarot deck.
deck.
It's
Yeah,
a different
tarot
thing.
deck.
Oh, tarot. Right, that's right.
Yeah.
This
I was real worried for a minute.
So, the 3 of coins
Oh, I'm not that great.
represents the value of different ideas and levels of experience in collaboration. It suggests that you are pooling your experience and skills together with a larger group to accomplish shared goals.
God damn it.
2 on the nose.
Wow, you're a good one.
Not
Luna
making this
saw
up,
themselves
folks.
in that.
That was too good.
Ooh, do me. Do me. Do me.
Well, we just met this person.
It's alright.
Marrying will
Rather than
do
doing-
the smack of the back of the head thing to Luna now.
Luna, if you're worried, I'd rather be doing this with you than a drunken crowd. So.
Oh. Oh. Alright.
Rhia will offer the deck to Baring.
Marrying will actually hop onto the table and crouch and just look at them.
Big card and a card. They're all the same.
Only one.
Only one.
She will just scan it and just pick something more to the left.
Right? Lay it down there, and then do the same thing I did to Arlin. Just and turn it over, and I gotta find another one.
You're good.
Oh,
She waits with bated breath.
lots of 3s this evening. It seems this is the 3 of glyphs.
But was okay. She waits for
3 of
translation.
glyphs. And this is obviously any information I'm relaying to you is what Rhia is doing. The 3 of glyphs is the healer. It symbolizes faith, spirituality, or inner strength. It is usually seen as a card that it can be interpreted as not a physical healer, but perhaps more of an encouraging healer to someone's well-being or spirit. They're someone. They are usually seen as someone who can lift the spirits of others in a support. And if you could,
nice.
could you, Maring, do an insight check on yourself?
Well, that is probably something I've never heard before.
That never ends well.
Trying something
I'm
else.
intrigued.
That always ends in existential disaster.
Oh,
I did that way
okay.
too much in college.
Maring, actually, you see her, like, even through, like, the ale kind of haziness that she has, because she got a 21. She's, like, actually, like, oh.
In that moment,
And,
you
like,
kind of
really-
think, well, you can tell me, what do you interpret this healer card as?
Well, she starts to think back at her time in the orphanage and how that even when she had no one around that looked like her at all, she at first in the early years was a little bit discouraged, but sees like her life played out, and from like when she was just the smallest little herring gun in the orphanage to this big like name in Terratalia of this gladiator that can fight anyone of any size. She just kind of starts looking at herself and ends up having like a proud moment that she has never done for herself. She's always like, motivated other people, but in this moment right now, she just kind of looks at herself and goes, wow, I've done good.
Very nice.
Thanks a lot, man. And she
You
like
know what?
sits
From
down.
that, I'm gonna let you have a point of inspiration, Maring.
Yay!
Yay!
Knowing thyself.
Knowing thyself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thy own self.
Gaining internal peace.
Peace. Thank you,
Mental health
Dia.
inspiration.
For real. Thanks a lot. That was great. I'm gonna drink more ale now. That was a lot of mental jogging.
Always.
Could I
Always
have
a good
another
idea.
ale too?
I'll go
You're
get
not
another.
drinking my ale.
I was about to say I'll go
Thank you,
join Finn
Finn.
then.
I actually
Thank
I
you.
hand mine to Luna.
Yes.
So we're just
It's
all
blue,
encouraging
but-
him right now. That's what we're doing.
Mom, isn't it past your bedtime?
Okay, actually,
I give a death glare to Maring, and I just go up to the deck, and I, with closed thumb and pointer like talon, I pick a card right out of the middle of the deck and slam it back down on the table.
Oh, surprising.
I don't
Right from the middle, like right in the middle of the split.
If it's another 3, I swear.
It's not 3 this time, my friend. This is the 7 of Swords.
Ooh.
All right, one moment.
Too bad it's not a gun. That would really matter.
I know, but like
The-
honestly,
Like-
I half expected it.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
The 7 of Swords represents, in general context, deception, lies, trickery, cheating, and lack of conscience. The card also signifies mental manipulation, tactics, scheming, enemies who masquerade as friends or spies in your own camp. Dangerous, risky behavior tends to follow the person who draws this card. However, they are also known to have courage and stay ahead of the game in their own daily situations. It signifies underhanded behavior or dodgy deals, or general lack of conscience. It represents, though, also escape and getting away, trying to leave behind your own burdens. So
Oaxaca looks down at the card.
I'm going to have you do the same. But this time, here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll deception on yourself.
Ooh, that's sort of sexy. I love that. Sorry.
I'm trying to think, like, so a high deception roll would be potentially bad or potentially good.
I'm trying to see.
That's confusing.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, it's basically going to see, are you going to, how you're going to take this news to yourself and maybe or maybe not admit something inside.
Oh, shadow work? Okay, let's go.
All right. Let's see what happens. Chicken die.
Not balking for this one. You gotta do it on your own.
Tell me.
Natural 1 for a 0.
You can tell us, or you can tell us how this really makes you feel.
Oaxaca, like, you all see Oaxaca just staring at the card, and I'm guessing as this would be Rhia explaining it to us, even though you've been telling us the definition.
Right.
Okay, so as Rhia explains it, you see him look down at the card and grow more and more still. Just still. Like, not looking around and, like, he's usually, like, getting an eye on things and always keeping an eye out for everything else, but now he's just staring at the card. And he's thinking back to getting his first revolver from his father. Getting in trouble with the elders over building the rifle. The orcs and tieflings invading his village in the middle of the night. Kidnapping several children. And Lele. Injuring several of the elders. Him going out the next morning by himself. Shooting 2 of them. Not getting to the other 2. Them leaving. Saving the kids. Those 2 coming back with more friends. Them ransacking the village, ultimately getting driven out. One of them killing his father. And the last image he sees before he kind of like shakes out of it is his gun in the back of the orc as he looks up at a tiefling running off into the sunset, and a gunshot, and then he kind of pulls back. You see the feathers have fully ruffled up, and they kind of calm down. And he looks at Rhia and goes, "Your deck's fucking broken." And he goes back down to the bar.
Rhia, before, as he walks as he starts to walk off, and having seen the reactions in this kind of like slowed down moment of time where you're able to think about it, you do recognize a lot of the kind of people that you run with in these folk. And you realize now would be the best opportunity to do what you had originally intended.
I'll admit I didn't bring you all up here just to play a game with you. I need your help.
I knew it.
You guys still played the game. And you knew it?
Mm-hmm.